Sigh and Medusa. Sigh.
Trudged.
Huh?
Trudged.
Trudged down the hall of his new school, his one large eye staring at the floor. Giants, centaurs, and flying horses passed him, but Sigh was the only creature with a single eye. I'm never going to fit in here, Sigh mumbled under his breath. Whack! Sigh bumped into Mark, the largest minotaur in the school. Watch where you're going, One Eye, Mark said. Sorry, I didn't see you, Sigh said. Can't you see with one eye? Mark asked. As if on cue, Sigh spotted Medusa heading toward them. That gave him an idea. He'd been at school long enough to know about her powers. I actually see something really cool over there, Sigh said. What do you mean? Mark asked. As he turned to look, he peered down the hall, made eye contact with Medusa, and instantly turned to stone. Then, without thinking, Sigh met Medusa. Yellow eyes. His skin tingled, and he looked down at his hand in dismay. To his surprise, however, he was still just Sigh. Medusa turned someone to stone again. A student groaned. Let's drag him to the nurse's office. A group gathered around and began to haul Mark off. Medusa, humiliated, burst into tears and ran away. Sigh raced after Medusa. He had looked directly at her and hadn't turned to stone. Outside, Sigh found Medusa sitting at a picnic table with her face buried in her hand. Can I talk to you? Sigh asked. Medusa turned her head from Sigh. Go away if you don't want to be turned into a statue, she murmured. You look me in the eye and I'm fine, Sigh said. That's not possible. Just ask the nurse. She's had to turn 14 kids back to normal this year, Medusa said. Trust me, Sigh said. Maybe it's because I only have one eye. I can't be turned to stone. Medusa slowly lowered her hands and peeked at Sigh's one eye. Her face lit up. It's a miracle. You don't know what it's like to not be able to look at anybody, she said. I don't look at people anyway, Sigh said. The kids all stared at me. and Mark and the Minotaurs already call me One Eye. Imagine having a head full of snakes. Medusa said, every day is a bad hair day for me, I guess. Sigh said, then paused for a moment. The truth is, I don't see well, and I'm too embarrassed to wear my monocles. It's bad through enough to only have one eye. Sigh pulled a round glass piece on a long gold chain from his pocket. How silly is this? He said. Medusa giggled when she saw Sai peering through his monocle. When I wear this thing, it makes me stand out even more, Sai said. Can I see that for a second? Medusa asked. Sure, Sai and said as he handed over the monocle. I won't be using it anyway. The school bell rang, and Medusa patted Sai on his shoulder. I like your one eye, Medusa said. We need to get our 3 eyes over to shop class before we're late. Sai smiled. Hey, shop class, he said. That gives me an idea. For the next 2 weeks in shop class, Sai and Medusa sat at a back table together. Sai and took measurements of Medusa's head. He used all the shop tools to build a visor that would keep her from turning people to stone. Finally, Sai polished the complete visor and handed it to Medusa. Try it out, he said. Medusa slipped out the visor. Inside, a system of mirrors allowed her to look at people without making direct eye contact with anybody. Medusa cautiously approached the table next to them. The students peeked up at her, and no one turned to stone. This is amazing, Medusa yelled. She walked around the room, staring each student in the face. You did it, Sai, Medusa said. With a beaming smile, she rushed back to her workstation and pulled Sai's monocle from a drawer. I hope you don't mind, but I've been working on your monocle. It's sort of like a good goggle now. She handed Sai the goggle. Medusa had wrapped the monocle with wires and attached it to a leather strap engraved with lightning bolts. Wow, Sai said, slipping it over his head. Thanks. Now this I actually like to wear. No problem, Medusa said. Thank you for helping me out. The bell rang and Medusa and Sai headed Medusa! Sai! Headed out with their special new eyewear. For the first time, neither of them stared at the ground. Medusa! Sai!
Good job!
Good job!